Hello everyone, my name is Kelia Parikh and I am going to talk about cloud computing and Amazon S3. So, I think you guys have a little bit of idea what is cloud. I will say cloud is a metaphor for the internet. If you have ever accessed an email, then you should already have an experience with cloud. So what is happening is, whenever you load any application, then all the programs which are necessary to run that application will be also loaded, but not in our local machine. It will be loaded in some remote machine, and we just, like on our local machine, we will just have that application. So where is that all programs are loading? That remote machine, what is that? That is a cloud. We are not installing anything. We are just using that application, and that is the concept of cloud. So that was cloud. But what is cloud computing? So I will say cloud computing is like storing and accessing data, and we are storing and accessing data through internet, but not through our laptop's hard drive. That is the only concept of cloud computing. So this was all about what is cloud computing, all definitions. But what is the architecture of cloud? So cloud or cloud computing, we can say, is divided into two layers, the front-end layer and the back-end layer. The front-end layer has two components, I can say. Yeah, the two components. First, users. We all are users. So users and any devices which is connected to cloud. Our laptops, desktops, mobiles, anything. And our backend will have all the servers, the data storage, the virtual machine, everything. So how it is working? Whenever we load any application, any website, anything, then that application will have its own server. And that server will be connected to a main server. So whenever we load any applications, all the application will be connected to that central server. And the central server is managing the traffic, like managing like which server will work when. And this is all working because of a software called middleware. And we actually know what is middleware in our Express and SQLize workshop. So there are two working models of cloud computing. Cloud computing can be either the deployment model or it can be a service model. So what is deployment model? The deployment model is based on where our cloud is. Like, is it in some particular area where we can't have access, or it is like globally? So deployment model is divided into three types: public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Public cloud is like we can access any data from anywhere. That is a public cloud. It will allow us to access anything from anywhere. That is called public cloud. And so it is access to everyone. The example of public cloud is Facebook, YouTube, Gmail, anything. Whatever you can access comes under public cloud. And as it is accessible to everyone, it is not that safe. It is not that safe to put any of our important information on public cloud. So that was public cloud. Private cloud. Now what is private cloud? Private cloud will allow the system and services to be accessible within an organization. So it will be confined to that organization. So if someone who is not a part of that organization can't access the private cloud, and so it is little bit safe to put our data into private cloud. But to implement a private cloud is very expensive. So not all the companies will have their private cloud. Like all the high-end companies like Facebook, Google, Gmail, that is Google, they will have the private cloud. And the hybrid cloud is a combination of private cloud and public cloud. They will take information from public cloud and they will use that information into their private cloud. So that is the hybrid cloud. So this was all about deployment model, that it depends on where our cloud is. But what services are we getting from cloud computing? It comes under service model. So there are three types of service which cloud computing is offering. First is a software as a service, second is a platform as a service, and third is an infrastructure as a service. And this is a pyramid of service model, and you can see that the software as a service is on the top of that pyramid. It means that anyone can access that service, anyone can use that service. So what is that? I will say software as a service will allow client to access any application without installing anything. Like we use Google Docs, we use Gmail. We are not installing anything. We are just making an account and we are using that service. So we are using that software from Google to do our work. So that comes under software as a service, and this all are example of software as a service. So yeah, anyone can use this service. Second is a platform as a service. Platform as a service comes under a category of making an application. So it is providing us a platform and we can make our application or our service on this platform. So like Heroku app, we can make our application on it. So it is just giving us an environment, it is giving us, I will say, a platform, and we can make our own application on it. So as we can make applications, this is not used by everyone, like just developer use this service and not everyone compared to software as a service. And the last is infrastructure as a service. So what this is doing is, this is offering us to make a virtual computer. So it is taking all the resources like hardware, computer hardware, servers, storage, arrays, everything, and it will allow us to make a virtual computer. And that is used by the admins of all the companies. So it is like not everyone can use that. So yeah, so these are the three companies which I know which are offering infrastructure as a service. Like you can make your own virtual computer and you can make your own virtual server, database, everything without installing anything, without storing anything anywhere. So that was all about how it is working, what is going on, but which company is offering cloud? Which company is offering cloud computing? So the first name will be Amazon Web Services. You guys, I think everyone have heard about Amazon Web Services, but what is Amazon Web Services? So it is just a cloud. It is just a cloud offered by Amazon. But what it is doing is, it is giving a platform. Amazon Web Services is giving a platform to make anything, to make any application, any virtual computer. You can store anything, you can do anything with Amazon Web Services. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Amazon S3. And what is Amazon S3? Amazon S3 is a cloud which will store our data. So it is using one web service interface called BitTorrent. It is also using another two web service interface through which we can upload our data or take our data, but the BitTorrent is the most popular one. So what is happening is, first of all, S3 is saving our data in a terms in object storage architecture. Now what is object storage architecture? Data can be stored in three different ways, either in a file system way, or in a block system way, or in an object system way. So if our data is stored in a file, it is called file storage architecture. If it is stored in a block, it is called block storage architecture, and S3 is storing our data, whatever we are uploading, in an object storage architecture. So it will have key value pairs. So how it is happening is, we are having a bucket, and that bucket is called a container, and that will have all our data stored inside it, and we can store up to 5 terabytes of data in S3. So so whenever we are uploading anything, all our data is storing in a bucket, and we can actually also say that where our bucket can be. Like I can say my bucket should be in Chicago, it should be in India, everywhere. And what S3 is doing, it is just copying that bucket into another bucket. So if we lost any data from Chicago bucket, then we will have another data from India bucket. So like that, it is like keeping our data. So how it is working is, I am running short of time, so I am just giving you an overview. We just have to use HTTP interface. We just have to do GET request, post request, put request, anything to delete data, to upload data, to get data. And what AWS will do, it will send us an authenticator URL, and that URL will serve as our SID file. So if we go to BitTorrent and if we use that SID file, then we will get all our data from BitTorrent. So this is like an overview of it, and these are the advantages of cloud computing. We don't have to make anything, we don't have to install anything. So no maintenance cost, no installation cost. We can access our cloud anytime, so it is always up. We can also upgrade, we can also increase our memory, like anything. So yeah, these are the benefits of cloud. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you. Okay. What should I do? Yeah, it was